Hey guys, we're doing this again because Daredevil Season 2 just got released today! Yay!
Woo!
Or at least the time we're recording just got released today. So I figure, let's keep up the tradition going. We've done the first season, we've done Jessica Jones, or I did Jessica Jones. You were too busy at the time, we were probably done that together.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tempted to make a debate video between Jessica Jones Season 1 and Daredevil Season 1, because I think that'd actually be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Ron about that, see if we can get some green screen in there.
Okay.
But anywho.
Yeah. Ron, are you here? Yes, I am present with whoever else is present.
No, I meant get two podiums, and we have a green screen stuff you can clips and screenshots and stuff like that. But that'd be the most robotic debate ever. What do you say, other opponent? Long pause. That's very interesting. Please go on.
I disagree with said point.
Anyway, so we're on Daredevil Season 2, Episode 1. And I didn't catch the episode's name, so I'll look it up later.
You could just as easily tweak it, but
it doesn't matter. I'll look it up later, and it'll be in the title card. Yeah. So, Season 2, Episode 1, what'd you think?
Off to a good start.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's not oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Kind of like the first episode was, because back then that was very, very new.
Yeah.
Or at least as far as stuff like this goes. So I guess it's hard to recapture that wow factor.
Yeah. Plus, as you said, it's it looks like Stephen DeKnight. He's no longer the showrunner.
Yeah. I mean, Drew Goddard took over halfway through Season 1 anyway, didn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense that you keep going. But yeah, you and I both noticed this, just from the way it looks, from the way it feels, from the way it overall is, it feels very, very different from Season 1. Which, again, isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
I want to make that clear, sometimes doing the same thing over again just doesn't work. In fact, more often than not, it doesn't. So
yeah.
I'm fine with them taking a different direction, but it is going to be in a bit of an adjustment period.
Yeah.
Because oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, because I said, I noticed, within the first scene, it's you know what it is? There's a certain grit that was missing, at least in certain
This one looks
parts.
a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
Which, again, isn't necessarily a bad thing, because story-wise, it kind of makes sense. Because this is a cleaner Hell's Kitchen after the Kingpin's been taken down and all that stuff.
Not really, because they mentioned right off the bat, all these other gangs are moving in. It's it's not really cleaner. If anything, it's probably even more... Not
True, but it's also conveys greater confidence, which is a running theme just through this episode alone.
That we both noticed. I noticed, especially, I noticed that Charlie Cox's acting, which I always said was all right the first season. Yeah. It was fitting, but it felt a little bit too monotonous. Here, he, right off the bat, has a lot more personality, at least.
His interactions with Foggy are much more interesting than they were in Season 1, because I think Foggy was kind of my least favorite part of the first season, because he wasn't so bad until the very end of the season. Then he got really whiny and annoying and angsty that drove me fucking crazy.
Which thankfully he got out of.
Hopefully. I don't know. I'm worried they're going to repeat the same thing again in this season based on what I've seen from the trailer, but that's kind of a wait and see thing. I don't want to judge it too harshly now, but right now the interaction, Foggy seems a lot more confident, Matt Murdock seems a lot more confident, even Karen seems a lot more confident. Yeah. And you can understand why, because these are the three people that took down the Kingpin, basically. They're a little cockiness is in order.
Yeah. Well, in all fairness, about 30 years ago, Kingpin took out Kingpin. Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, fair enough. I was going to say, me confused.
But yeah, I mean that is a good point.
So it's it make the different tone and the different sense, the slightly more lightheartedness is understandable.
Yeah.
Granted, the greenness kind of comes back towards the very end when we get the Punisher, and you and I were talking about this beforehand. This is kind of what I'm saying. I understand why they did it for marketing purposes, but I kind of wish they kept the Punisher's involvement in the show a secret.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, I think it's kind of hard to keep that secret for so.
I know, there would have been a lot of speculation, there would have been a lot of that, so at the same time, a part of me wishes they didn't, because they did, if they could have done it right. Maybe they couldn't have, that's why they chose to reveal it. It was kind of the whole con thing, maybe it would have been like that, but...
Yeah. Because
the whole episode, from beginning to end, and just to quickly go over the story of episode, is, it starts off with Daredevil being Daredevil. Again, he's much more confident, he's got the full costume now, he's kicking people's asses, and again, he just kind of does it just almost nonchalantly at this point.
Yeah.
And then from there, you get back to the law office, Nelson and Murdoch, which is also a lot busier, but they're still not making money because most people pay through giving them various products like bananas or pie or whatever, which is true from the comics as well.
Yeah. The To Kill a Mockingbird method of payment.
Pretty much, yeah. It works better here than it did in the other movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Not gonna lie, I still want to see the director's cut of that movie because I heard it was actually
better.
It was passable.
Yeah, at least in comparison. But anyway, so where are they going with this? Oh yeah, so that happens, and then it turns out now the Kingpin is gone, and it's created a vacuum where other big criminal gangs are trying to take his place. But of course. Yeah. When this big Irish meeting, everyone gets shut down, and everyone's convinced like this army of guys are just taking out all the other gangs. It happened to another game called like the Dogs of Hell or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Foggy goes over there and finds out that they've been attacked by this guy too. And then it turns out it's the Punisher. Meanwhile, this guy named, I think his name is Grotto or something like that. I think that's what they called himself. Goes to Nelson and Murdoch for protection because he was the only survivor of the Irish attack. Which is just a weird sentence to say out loud. And it's just like, hey, I need protection, blah, blah, blah. But he turns out he got stabbed earlier, got hit by something.
Yeah, I think it was...
probably like a ricochet glass bottle or something like that.
Yeah.
So he has to go to a hospital, so the Punisher tracks him down, and they do like the badass, like almost like Terminator walking down a hallway kind
I was
of thing.
thinking of that too. It's like... Why do I get that vibe that he should have been carrying this in a box of roses? Well, now I think I know why, because they made that reference in Hard Boiled, where some guy was going into a hospital where he had a shotgun in the box of roses, too.
Oh, did he really? Nice.
Yeah. One of those two movies referenced each other, and I can't remember which one it was.
I will say, it turns out the Punisher, they escape, Daredevil and Punisher, the first fight, and then Daredevil gets shot. There you go. That's a quick synopsis of the episode.
Yeah.
I am very curious to see what they're doing with the Punisher this time. Yeah. Because first off, we've seen the Punisher done twice now. Both have failed spectacularly.
Actually more than
technically
that.
3, yeah.
Yeah, because there was Dolph Lundgren, there was Thomas Jane, and then there was Ray Stevenson. There we go.
Yeah. And all of them have failed spectacularly. So it's first one, try to get it right.
Yeah, that being said, though, Thomas Jane actually did get one good one in the short.
I didn't see the short. So.
I can't remember what the heck it's called, but just type in Thomas Jane Punisher. It's got Ron Perlman's in there, actually.
Oh, nice.
It was directed by...
Is he Hellboy?
No, he's some Vietnam vet shop.
That's so disappointing.
I know. But this one,
awesome. Anyway.
This one felt much more in tune with what Punisher was. But this one seems to be, hopefully, is going to get off to it's getting off to a good start, but...
Well, they're clearly building him up as a villain, it feels like, so far, because he's, one part, mass murderer, and the other hand, he's just, a fucking serial killer.
Yeah.
Because he has these people, pulled up in these pikes in, a meat, whatever you call it, butcher shop.
Yeah.
So I have people in meat hooks in the back freezer. Yeah. It's kind of really fucked up.
It's I'm not sure if he's going to be... a villain per se. Well, no, I guess the critics did say they were kind of building that up because he's definitely going to be an antagonist, but I feel it's going to be one of those things where they're going to pull off one of those unlikely partnerships things by the end of it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Based on how the other people that are involved, it seems like that'd be the way it would go.
I don't know. I'm not as certain of that though, because of just again how they're conveying it. Because they've already made him pretty make him out like a gigantic monster.
Yeah. Well, given the bigger group at hand, no pun intended, which I swear to God, I didn't mean for that to come out as a pun. It's damn it.
Well, it's like the pun I made to you when I texted you this morning, which was completely unintentional.
There was a pun?
This kind of last my idea. I just texted you last night. I was like, hey, why don't we just watch The Punisher? Because we're originally going to see the Boy and the Beast, Beast and the Boy, whatever how it's called.
Yeah,
but it went out of theaters. But it went out of theaters today, so I'm like, damn it, what are we going to do? It's like, why don't we just watch Daredevil? And you said, oh, okay, but I might be a little later because I have a doctor's appointment. I was like, I see, said the blind man.
Oh.
And then afterwards, oh, damn it.
I didn't even think about that.
That's when I started replying with, ha-ha, so I was like, oh, damn it. But, anywho.
No, I just waste ha-has like most people waste high fives.
Fair enough. Well, now I just feel personally offended. But anywho.
Offensive high five!
You know, get a high five now. No high fives for you.
You're learning. Good.
But no, I'm curious what they're doing here because again, one thing I like about what I've seen so far is again, this is just a very determined individual. You see in everything he does. He's just a steely-eyed, hardcore determination. Even when he ended up fighting Daredevil and Punisher kind of kicks Daredevil's ass. He doesn't even stick around for a millisecond. Yeah. He immediately starts charging off he's off to get some kind of objective. Just does not give a shit about him at all. And so I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that. I'm curious if they bring Kingpin back for this season.
I feel like they will, at least in the finale.
Like, as I know they've been very tight-lipped about that. That's one thing they like. The actors even said, like, I can't even say the word Daredevil right now. They have me so under lock and key.
Yeah, it's like, he didn't show up. I just said I couldn't say anything. I didn't say I was showing up.
Yeah, well, I'd be kind of anticlimactic if that was the case. I don't know. I feel like they left things too open-ended in the last season. I feel like they're going to bring him back at some extent. Maybe not, if not this season, next season probably.
Yeah.
But anywho, so yeah, I mean, like I like where it's going.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like I'm kind of hoping it keeps the focus because like looking back at everything everything that's going to be happening this season, it does run the risk of getting a little, maybe taken off just a little bit more than it can handle.
Maybe, I don't know.
But at the same time, it's a TV series, so it
has more flexibility
exactly.
with what it can do. It's not like a movie where you have to like juggle 1,000 different things in a 2.5 hour time span.
Because between Elektra, the Punisher, the Hand.
Well, the Hand was pretty much already in season 1 anyway.
That's true.
So like, I'm not too worried about that necessarily.
Yeah. Although they were just part of one of many organizations that were.
Well, it goes into what you might have said about like having this kind of unlikely team up towards the end of the season. So maybe just him and the Punisher team will take on the Hand. We don't know. That could be where it's going. I mean, like the trailers have been pretty kind of tight-lipped with what the main focus of the season is going to be.
Yeah.
So it could be we just don't know where it's going yet.
That's true.
So maybe it is all about the Hand. Maybe it's all about Punisher. We don't really know quite yet.
Yeah.
But Punisher does seem like a natural fit for this particular world too.
Oh yeah, no, I hold. Plus, given how Daredevil and Punisher are like one of those crossovers that didn't happen quite a bit in the comic book world from what I've seen.
Yeah.
As well as the fact that so often, more often than not, they're always kind of seen as like the polar opposites, or not even two sides of the same coin.
Well, like Punisher is more along lines like doing what Daredevil does, except take it to the extreme.
Yeah.
Well, the Daredevil is why he remains restrained.
Yeah, because what was that one line in the trailer? It's like, you're just one bad day from becoming me.
Yeah, which is such a Joker line. But I think I was thinking about this, and I know you and I disagree a little bit about Jessica Jones to a certain extent. You like Daredevil season 1 better, and I like Jessica Jones better. And I can see both perspectives on that. And I was thinking about what Daredevil did for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and what Jessica Jones did in terms of storytelling. Like, Daredevil, the first season, pushed the limits of what it can do, both with like violence and tone. Yeah. That was very, very different from what Marvel has done up to that point. But when you really look at the story of the series, it's pretty basic. And that's not to say they didn't do good things with the story. Like, the stuff they did with Kingpin was still flat out fucking brilliant. Yeah. But at the same time, it is still very much a superhero origin story. It is very much the taking on the criminal underworld and doing all that kind of stuff. Stuff we've seen a lot before. It was still executed very, very well, but it's a story we've seen a lot before. What I think I like Jessica Jones better is the fact that it pushed this boundary of what you could do with superhero storytelling as well, in a way that we haven't seen before, and that was very unique and that was very new. And while it wasn't perfect, I think I admire the fact they took that risk more. Now, I think
that's a fair point.
Yeah, so I think that's why I like Jessica Jones. It stood out more for me in that perspective. Now, knowing that, like, so we have Daredevil season 1 that pushed the boundary in violence and tone for Marvel and did it well, most notably. And we have Jessica Jones that pushed it in terms of what you can do with story. I'm curious to see where they're going to take Daredevil season 2 because I feel like it has to do something different.
And admittedly, it's like kind of, and as you said, we're both kind of in the agreement that's like it's kind of running that risk, like, right off of the bat. Like, it feels like it might not do that.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. Like, I have to see where it's going.
Yeah.
Because, like, right now it's like, I mean, the stuff they've been doing this is they've been trying new things pretty much every new project they do, and I love that about Marvel. Well, not always. I mean, Ant-Man, while they pulled out the power stuff, was basically Iron Man with the shrinking power instead of Iron Suit. But, so I was like, I'm wondering, it's like, are they, I feel like they need to push the boundaries as far as story goes to make Daredevil season 2 stand out on its own. Yeah. And I'm curious to see how or if they're going to do that. It's like, I mean, they have potential to do that with just the whole parallel between him and Punisher alone. I think they can pull some of that off. Yeah. Just the morality and foggy ethical questions, stuff like in there too. So I'm curious to see like where they're going to go with that. There's a lot of questions like, okay, how are they going to push this? Are they going to try something new, or are they just going to stick to what they know works? Yeah. So that's a big question mark right now. And we're only in the first episode. We got a whole another 12 episodes to go over to see where they take this. But right now, those are the concerns and questions that I'm thinking off the top of my head. I mean, what do you think?
Oh, I mean, I agree with you. It's just so, like I said, it's. And I think, as we described it, it's the fact that like it has that kind of different feel where like it feels dark, but like I said, there's a certain grittiness that it was just that I think it's, at least in this first episode, felt absent. I felt that's what kind of made Daredevil.
I don't know about that because I mean, look at where Daredevil was in season 1. Like, here's the thing about TV shows that so often miss the mark on this. Is the fact that the characters need to change and they need to grow. They need to keep doing something different. It's why I hate sequels that take the characters back to another like. That's why I didn't like Ghostbusters 2, was because they deliberately regressed the characters instead of moving them forward.
Yeah.
But this is a show that's clearly moving this characters forward.
Well, I'm saying you can still move the characters forward while keeping the same, like that background grit. Mm-hmm. But I'm just trying to think of a good example.
At the same time, I like the oh, go ahead.
Okay, like at least within the first 2 Batman movies. Mm-hmm. They kept the same style, but they found ways to like push things further for like the characters, the situations, and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean. It felt like there's a certain element that like existed that also kind of. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. The element that I guess you could say kind of affected the mise en scène.
I don't know that one.
Okay, mise en scène is the idea of everything kind of working together, including the cinematography, the music, the performances, all of that. Mm-hmm. And so with that kind of lack of grit in terms of the tone, it feels like there's that little spark that is kind of missing with it. That is a bit of a necessary image, I guess.
I see what you're saying, but just to play devil's advocate a little bit, it's like
devil's advocate. That was terrible. Oh, okay, that was terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, so to play Daredevil's advocate, I would say, like, again, consider where Daredevil was in season 1 and comparing to where he is in season 2 so far. It's very, very different.
Yeah.
And I can see that as justification for a very different tone.
Yeah.
Because in the first one, he was learning. He was getting his ass kicked all the time. The very second episode had him cut and bruised and basically a fucking mess.
Yeah.
But he was learning. He was learning the ropes of being this gritty superhero and being doing all that kind of things with it. Even like the season finale of season 1 kind of shifted it more into the campier field too. Because let's face it, the season finale of the first season of Daredevil is the campiest episode of the season. It really is. It had good moments, but especially that final fight between Daredevil and Kingpin was cheesy as all hell.
Fair enough.
So like you can see that's kind of a transition into this one, because in that one he was insecure, he was full of doubt, he didn't know what he was doing, and that's why you can allow more greatness in there, because it's all about the learning curve. It's about building up confidence, saying I can do this. In the second one, he knows what he's doing, he knows what he can do, and he's much more confident in what he can do. So a more lighter tone makes sense. It's kind of like the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man 2. Well, the movie wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination. It's the same kind of thing, though. It's more like he knows what he's doing. He knows how it works. And at this point, he's honestly kind of having a little fun with it. And you can see that with Charlie Cox's performance, too.
Yeah.
And it conveys that with the characters. So it's like, I think that's why the shift in tone is there right now.
Okay.
It could go back the more we get to the Hand, the more we get to the Punisher and all that stuff right now. But I can see the justification for that tone right now.
And like I said also, I think we're both going to be, it's like we also still have to see where they're going with it.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, once we kind of get the bigger picture, like I can probably, wash my hands of that, issue, or at least a little nagging feeling in the back of my head.
Yeah. Again, we just got to see where it goes. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much a best introduction to this new vlog series we can get. Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts for the first episode?
Not really. Like I said, it's a little bit restrained, but it's a good first episode in terms of, like, I mean, especially compared to last season where that was just brutal as all hell.
Yeah. Well, this one still has like a gigantic hole in somebody's chest that they dramatically zoom out through.
Yeah, but they're making, wisecracks during it. Like,
true, like kind of like old school 80 cops. And I kind of like that a little bit,
like,
though.
What was it?
It's like, oh man, how do you shoot a bullet through your guy's chest that's thicker than my dick? Yeah. So I don't know. I'm curious to see where it goes. So so far so good. It's at least if nothing else, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And we'll see where they go in the next episodes. Hopefully, Grant, you and I are going to do more of this as often as we possibly can.
Hopefully.
I'll probably watch a couple of episodes ahead of time, though, because I have to see where it's going.
Yeah,
So.
I'll probably blow through the rest of the series tonight or something.
Oh, fine. Be that guy. It's fine. It's fine. Just hurt my feelings. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll get an early screening of the third season. It's like,
anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. All right, I think that's all we got. So, thank you guys for watching. Tune in for future episodes of Daredevil's vlog series and whatever else we got going on. So, bye.
See you guys.